Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to try this. I'm very nervous. Don't get me wrong, I'm extremely nervous, but I'm excited to try this. I want to see if I can make a 3D Christmas tree using resin and metal dies. I know that I've done this several different times on my channel before, but those tended to be flat, like one-dimensional pieces. And this, I'm going to build up. You can see I've already got black ink all over me. So I was digging around trying to find my emerald green alcohol ink. But, so these are the dies that come with it. I got these off of AliExpress, 5 years ago. Maybe. So you've got the boughs of the tree, I guess. So you're going to make them and they're going to stack up like that. And then in between those layers, we've got these pieces, which are snowflakes, but because there are 3 different sizes, I think they're meant to be like in between each layer of bough. And then it also comes with the star die. And then it comes with this, which on the pictures looks like it's meant to be like a bauble. Like a ball. I'm not going to use this. We don't need that. If I want to add little like decorations to this, then I can just use UV resin for that. But anyway, this is going to be super simple. It's going to take me a long time, but this is probably going to be a quick video for you guys. Because mostly what I need to do is just mix up my UV resin. I got my little cup here with the color. Put it in there, cure, take it out, repeat. I think I'm going to do 5 of each layer. I'm hoping that'll be enough. We'll try it. We'll see. And then I also need a stick of some sort to assemble this on. I used to have a bunch of skewers. I don't know that I do anymore, but my housemates might have some upstairs. So we will figure that out when we get to that, I suppose. Needless to say, I have to get started. I am using the UV resin tape. This is what I'm going to use to back these in. Because these are metal dies. If you've never seen this technique before, welcome to my channel. I do it a lot. No one ever has done this since I started doing it because it's too much of a hassle. And honestly, a lot of resin crafters don't have a lot of this stuff. I just happen to have a lot of this stuff because I used to be a paper crafter too. I mean, I still kind of am, but anyway. In these metal dies are all of these little holes. And these are used to help you remove the paper once it has been cut. So, in order to make it so that the resin does not leak out, I have to tape this up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this to tape it up. And hopefully we won't get any leakages. And yeah, so we're just going to back this with the tape. And make sure it's on there nice and firm. And yeah. It's a relatively simple craft in terms of it's not that complicated to do. You know, as long as you take your time with it, you're not going to have any issues with it. It's kind of impossible to mess up unless you just, you know, go in all full-handedly with it. Okay, so let's cut that strip right there. And we will do this, which just makes it easier to hold it down. Okay, let me turn this over. Just make sure I've got all of those little holes covered with the tape. Okay. And then I'm going to do one more for these little things. I might make 2 stars probably so that I can back them together, if that makes sense. Okay, 1, 2, and then the star. And if you're trying this at home, obviously the flat part, not the cutting part, is going to go on the tape. You don't even need this tape. I've used blue painter's tape before for this technique, which does work. But because there are so many holes in these dies, I just want to just really make sure that none of my resin is getting out of it. Just rubbing that down. Think of these like your bezels, right? For like necklaces and stuff. Okay. So we've done that. Put this over here. I'm gonna get out my little brush. Because the little pieces are so small, it's not going to be easy to, there we go, just like dump it in. The star would be, but these would not. So I'm using Total Boat UV resin. By the way, I'm not affiliated with them. I would like to be. I just never signed up. But Total Boat, if you'd like to sponsor my channel, please let me know. You have my Instagram. But I just really love their resins. I think they do a great job. I know a lot of people prefer, you know, other resins like Let's Resin or whatever, but I don't know. Total Boat just has my heart, and they probably always will. Okay, so I've got some resin in my cup. I've got my emerald ink, and I want these to be pretty dark. Now, because this is alcohol ink, it's not going to be opaque. It's still going to be transparent, but I do want a nice dark green. All right, so we'll mix that up and see how that looks. And I was thinking about, which I might still end up doing, is doing a little bit of white on the tips to simulate snow. We'll see. We'll see if this even works. This might not even work. I might be just wasting product and making a mess for nothing. But I have confidence. I'm confident that I can do this. I'm confident that you could too. And trust me, if I can do it, you guys can do it, okay? Believe you me. I am an idiot. So, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna do, just kind of want to test it. So I think I'm gonna do this little, I know it's a snowflake. Or I know it's meant to be a snowflake, but. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. We might have to just do some cleanup on this metal die. I just want to do something small and cure it to see if I like the color, if that makes sense. Of course it makes sense, Megan. That's why you said it. Okay. But yeah, if you have not seen me do this technique before, and you're curious, I do have several videos on my channel. I also have a couple of shorts. Is it a couple or is it only one? I don't know. I have at least one short on it. Sorry, I'm just grabbing some Q-tips so I clean that little bit of excess off. There we go. And right here. Okay. I'm going to bring in my UV light. Let's move that down here. I just want to test it real quick, just to see. Just to see if I like that color. Oh, why is it? Oh, it's unplugged. Done, Megan. Oh, see, I told you I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to let this cure for 2 minutes, and then I will be back to demold it with you. Hang tight. Okay, so this is fully cured. So I'm going to take my little, this is a dental tool, actually. One of my friend's dad was a dentist, and he gave it to me a while ago. Just gonna get it started here. And because it's a metal die, it does not stick to the metal. The UV resin doesn't, which is great. There we go. Slowly but surely. Doing this technique does take patience, but I still think it turns out so cute. Okay. And there it is. I do have a little bit of extra right in here. Just get that off, hopefully. And a little bit of extra right here. Okay. And right here. Come on, you little bugger. Okay, there we go. Oh, I just took the tip off. That's okay. This was mostly just a test piece just to see if I like the color, and I do. Do I want it a little darker though? I think I do want it just a touch darker. But that's what it's looking like. So, now, I think because I've shown this technique several times on my channel before, and because you guys don't want to watch me do this over and over and over again, because I'm going to have to do each piece like 5 or 6 times in order to make it big enough to make it worth stacking. I'm going to go ahead and just make all the pieces off camera, and then we will come back for the assembly. Okay. Hopefully. Let's try it. Alright, friends. They're done, as you can see. I made 6 sets in total. I'm not even sure I'm going to need 6 sets. That's the thing. I don't know how it's going to look. So, I don't know. I do still need to organize these, but the first thing that I did was I got one of these little, you know, the little bathroom cups, painted the bottom brown, and then I got this skewer from the kitchen. Let me just show you something. There we go. This thing was far too thick for the pieces. It wasn't going to go through. So I took my X-Acto knife, which I still need to put the lid back on, and I whittled away at this thing like I was sitting in the 1800s. Just scrape, scrape, just little itty bitty pieces, okay? So I did that. And then I took a brown alcohol ink marker, colored the bottom of that, colored the bottom of this skewer, and that's just going to sit in there like that. And I'm going to get some UV resin after I've figured out how much I need for the tree, right? And I'm just going to UV resin the bottom. So the plan is to start with the large piece, which I'm hoping goes all the way down. I may still need to whittle away a little bit. I thought I had it enough. There we go. Yes, okay. Start with a large piece, and then a large snowflake piece goes on top, right? And then the next large piece goes on. And then another large snowflake piece. You get the drift, right? Is it the large? I really need to organize all of this. There it is. Yes, the plan is to stack these on. But I think I want to put like a drop of UV resin in between each piece. I'm just trying to do this just to kind of see. Yeah, so I think I want to put a little, just the tiniest little bit of UV resin in between each piece, each layer, just to give it more depth. Am I going to need all 6 of each size? Probably. Yeah, because this is looking awful thin. So, I'm going to do that. I don't know if I really want to show the whole process. It's pretty self-explanatory. Do you guys really need me to... I just don't want to bore you guys to death. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, my stick. Yes. Let me set this stuff aside, and I'm going to organize my pieces and put us on a time lapse. Okay, so big piece, big snowflake, big piece. I'm going to put me on a time lapse and show you guys like the first couple of layers. And then we will, I will do the rest off camera and then come back and show you guys how it looks. Is that okay? Does that sound fair? I mean, it doesn't really matter what you say right now because you're not here. So I kind of have to do it anyway if that's my plan. So, all right. That's what I'm going to do. Got these mostly organized now. All right. Oh, and I also made, they were buried. I also made 2 little stars. So one will go on each side of the tree as a tree topper. I think I'm going to use UV resin to do that. Just because it will go through these gold stars. And yeah, so I do have those as well. Okay, I'm going to put on a time lapse and then, yeah, I'll be back.
The Christmas tree's on fire. Santa's holding the lighter. My parents are both liars. I got gifts but 1 subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket. Oh God, another jacket. My stocking's filled with acid. Am I dreaming? What just happened? This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. just a boy. Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with...
All right, friends. Proof of concept. Yes. But also, it took me far too long to realize that the little snowflake looking pieces were meant to be stacked at the top, not in between layers. However, comma, so far it looks really cute. It's a sparse Christmas tree. You could call it a Charlie Brown tree, I suppose. But I wanted to bring you guys back so that we could add the snowflakes, or snowflakes, the stars together. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think what I'm going to do is just put some UV resin on the tip here. And I'm going to put the star on there. Okay, and then grab my UV light, guard my eyes, and hopefully I can get it to attach, and then we will do the second one. It's a super cute die set, honestly. I think I would really love to see it made in paper. I did attempt to cut out the pieces in paper, but then I realized that my paper that I was using was far too thick. And after several attempts with shims and all that, it did not cut through. So I gave up and said, to hell with it, we're just going to try the resin. As you can see, I did not use all of the resin pieces. Because again, I was operating under a very wrong theory on how this was supposed to go together. But that's okay. Alright, second star going on. Alright. Trying to line it up as best as I can. This is fiddly. Okay. About to give my hand a nice suntan. It's really cute, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'd been wanting to try something like this with metal dies for a while. Glad I finally gave it a go. I think it's very cute. And yes, I might eventually try this again. Making more of the layer pieces, getting thinner skewers, and actually assembling it correctly with the pieces on top of each other instead of the snowflake parts in between. But there we go. That's what it looks like. It's so cute. I'm not gonna lie. This, you know, could be better. I do have some tiny little plant pots that I could maybe use, but I think it would look, this size of tree would look ridiculous in a plant pot, which is why I went with the tiny little cup. But yes, that's that's it. That's today's video. Making a resin Christmas tree out of metal cutting dies and UV resin. Who knew it could be done? I had an inkling, but proof positive it can. Anyway, that's today's video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. Really helps out my channel, helps me to grow. Also, if you are new, stick around by clicking the red subscribe button and ringing the bell for notifications. If you try this on your own with your own metal dies, with any metal dies, if you've tried resin in them, please let me know. And if you have a video of it, I would love to get a link, because I just want to see. I want to see if anybody else has tried this since I started making these. But anyway, that's today's video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Take care.